number 8, John Kim. Number 9, junior midfielder, Matt Luther. A midfielder, number 12, junior Scott Shepard.
Oh, you can go.
Junior defender, number 14, Paul Strike.
Paul Strike for the Braves.
Number 15, junior defender, Matt Ziegler.
Defender Matt Ziegler for the Braves.
In goal, Chris Dorman.
And goalie Chris Dorman.
Number 17, Jason Hart, junior defender.
Two powerhouses here in the CHL rivalry. Now time for the national anthem.
It's an absolutely windless evening. There's no wind in the sky.
The flagpole is still for this one. And the lights are on.
What kind of configuration is that?
For the Braves tonight, head coach Bill Meese, trainer Terry Conti.
Dude, shuttle.
What?
Huddle shot.
Huh?
The Braves the other night had a big tie versus Summit, the #1 team in the city,
Anthony?
and look tonight to take the lead in the early lead in the CHL.
A little slower because I can't understand you when you say that stuff.
Anthony, center field is for baseball, not soccer.
See, hey, they're like this. Hey, here comes your brother. Here comes your brother. In the car through the gate. Hey, they're like, do play-by-play. I'm like, I don't even know Madeira's name. You know, they don't even have a list.
Ken said he said, he said
Yes,
go.
he is.
Madeira's kickoff here. In goal for Indian Hill, Chris Dorman and Matt Ziegler and Paul Strike and Jason Harden on defense, along with Brad Connor.
Okay. Okie dokie, I got you, babe.
Madeira and Indian Hill, like I said earlier, both picked to be at top of this race. They didn't give me a list of any Madeira's names. I don't know anybody.
Oh my God.
Cross midfield, Jason Harden down here on the lower right side. Kicks it up to Ollie Hall, keeps it in bounds. Out of bounds called by the ref, Madeira throw-in.
This is impossible.
Mustang throw in. Brad Brank took throw in for Madeira.
Matt Ziegler tries to clear it, and the head by Madeira players out of town, white ball.
Oh my God.
Indian Hill throw in.
Indian Hill throw-in, Jason Harden.
Takes the throw for the Braves.
Matt Luther with the head. Back to Madeira, Ollie Hall with the head the ball midfield. A crowd here halfway in, and the Madeira striker on the way. Saved by goalie Chris Norman. No score 1 minute into this contest. Push off by number 22, and it's just called by the referee.
Pushing on Madeira.
Free kick by number 14, Paul Strike for the Braves. Make that Brad Connor with the free kick for the Braves.
Bradley, can I have that?
Just past midfield.
I'll follow the ball.
Brad Connor kicks up. Head ball to David Sims. Saved by the Madeira goalkeeper. The defender's clear as the Madeira goalkeeper lets it rip. Ball out to about midfield. Bounce around, Paul Strike. The bicycle kick and head ball in the crowd. Madeira ball.
Madeira throw in. Jason Walsh throws in for Madeira.
Ball around to the middle of the field. Matt Luther keeps control of the ball for the Braves. Over to Scott Shepard, headed by the Madeira player. Roughing called on Madeira. Make that on Indian Hill.
Pushing called on Indian Hill.
Scott Shepard with the push. Madeira has a free kick. Lifted into the goal box, headed by defender Matt Ziegler. Over to Scott Shepard, who kicks it to who knows where. John Kim tries to clear for the Braves. No whiff by Madeira player, but off Matt Luther's back. Senior captain David Sims with the ball. Over to Paul Strike. Paul Strike heading midfield over to Oliver Hall. Down the sideline for Oliver Hall, here comes David Bruck for the Braves. Kicked out of bounds by the Madeira defender. Throw in Braves.
Throw in.
David Sims with the throw in for the Braves.
David Sims to throw in for the Braves.
Why didn't he get that shot?
David Sims with the flip over throw. Nice feature. John Kim back to Matt Luther. Matt Luther over to John Kim on the far sideline. Down in the corner of Scott Shepard.
Offside.
Madeira defender with another free kick. As the Braves retreat back to D. Back in the Braves offense. Oliver Hall chasing it down. Out of bounds. And the call is Indian Hill throw-in. Oliver Hall with the throw-in.
Hall takes throw-in for the Braves.
To Matt Luther. Brad Connor with the head ball. Penalty called on Brad Connor for pushing from the back. Another free kick for Madeira.
Jumping in call against Indian Hill.
Ball down in the Indian Hill side of the field. Scott Shepard with the ball. Over to John Kim. Kicked back by the Madeira defender. On the far sideline, it is knocked out of bounds. Madeira throw-in.
Madeira throw-in.
This is so nerve-wracking.
Madeira with a new player in the ball game. Madeira throw-in. On the far side of the field.
Hands the end of the game for Madeira.
And the whiff. Scott Shepard with the ball. Clears outside to John Kim. John Kim up to bring up the side and has it stolen. Dangerous play called on the Madeira player. Oh no, they called John Kim for holding. Another free kick for Madeira.
I always forget.
And he whiffs. Up to David Sims, up along the right side. He's got one man to beat. The man beats him to kick it out of bounds. Throw in Braves. Throw in here for David Sims.
David Sims throws in for Indian Hill.
David Sims with the throw into Oliver Hall for the Braves. Back to David Sims, who clears to the other side of the field. Scott Shepard over there by his lonesome, along with John Kim. John Kim with the ball for the Braves. Stolen by Madeira. Madeira brings up the attack. Good head ball by Paul Strike. Matt Luther in the middle of the field over to Scott Shepard. John Kim with the ball along the far sideline. Kicks it over to Matt Luther. Stopped by the Madeira defender. Matt Ziegler tries to clear it. Madeira player shuts it off. Back to Matt Ziegler, who clears to midfield. Another head ball by the Madeira player. A fight for the head ball there, won by Matt Luther, the Braves. And clear to the goalie, Chris Dorman. 6 minutes into this contest, no score. Chris Dorman with the boot to around midfield. And it goes out of bounds. Kind of a small crowd here tonight at Tomahawk Stadium.
Mustang throw in.
Yeah.
Throw in by Madeira. Throw in for Madeira. Cleared by Matt Ziegler off the Madeira offensive player. Matt Ziegler clears to midfield. Scott Shepard goes to the ball for the Braves. He's got the ball in the middle of the field. He's looking, and he kicks it To the Madeira player, no play there. Brad Connor up on the defensive. Cleared to the strong side to Matt Ziegler, who kicks it, and it's good. Nice boot there by Matt Ziegler to clear the ball.
Mustang throw in.
Madeira throw in. Madeira has the ball for the throw in Braves territory.
Illegal throw.
Illegal throw called on the Madeira player. Braves throw in out of bounds. The throw in taken by junior striker Jason Harden.
Improper throw called on the Mustangs.
Okay. Oh.
Harden with the throw in to Matt Luther. Off the Madeira player. Madeira keeps control over to David Sims. David Sims loses control over, he still retains the ball. Over to Paul Strike off his foot to the Madeira player. There goes Scott Shepard up the far sideline. He leaves it for John Kim. John Kim up the weak sideline. John Kim with the throw in for the Braves on the weak side. Braves on the attack here. John Kim in the middle of the field to David Bruck. Another Brave throw in. What is Anthony going crazy? Another throw in by John Kim over to David Sims. And another kick out of bounds by the Madeira defender. Head ball by Madeira. Matt Luther in the middle of the field. Kick cleared in front and saved by goalkeeper Tim Nemeth
Thank you.
of Madeira. As everybody clears back, Tim Nemeth lets it go, the goalkeeper for Madeira. Along the far sideline, headed by John Kim to Scott Shepard, who has it taken away by Jeff Klassmeyer. Hey, Miss Smoke, I'm pretty good, eh? Brad Connor for the throw in with the Braves. No, make that a free kick. Roughing called on Madeira. Brad Connor with the loft in the middle of the field. David Sims. Oh, just over the top of the net. Shot on goal by David Sims.
I don't know who shot it.
Shot by David Bruck is just
I'm
on.
guessing.
Into the game for the Braves.
How am I supposed to know who shot
Number 19, Zach Cooper.
Go wide and then you go
Number 2, Steve Hart.
Zach Cooper and Steve Hart come in for the Braves for Jason Harden and John Kim. Cleared by Matt Smos to the Madeira, headed by Paul Strike. That's a handball right there. Good call by the referee. Free kick for the Braves just beyond midfield.
That shot was David Sims, Sr.
Brad Connor with the free kick for the Braves.
Nice shot, too.
Over the top to David Sims. Oh, just missed by David Sims. He had the goalkeeper Tim Nemeth out of the net and couldn't get it in the goal. Goal kick for Madeira.
David Sims' rush goes score! Out of bounds, bringing up a Madeira goal kick.
I'm zoomed.
Goal kick for Madeira.
I'm zoomed as much as I
And a big
can.
boot just before midfield, headed by number 13 for Madeira, Chris Goldschmidt. Up the far sideline, Scott Shepard chases, but kicked out of bounds by Madeira defender Ryan Lathan. Throw in by the Braves, David Sims. Now David Sims here with the neat throw in over the top. There we go. Headed in by Ollie Hall. Goal! Oliver Hall! Score 1-0 Braves here with 29 minutes left in the first half. As the Braves fans go crazy. That's Oliver's second goal on the season. 11 minutes into the first half, goal by Indian Hills. Oliver Hall puts the Braves up 1-0. Kickoff by Madeira, goes back, and a near miss by the Madeira
He likes that.
midfielder. Dangerous play. Free kick for the Braves, Brad Connor.
Direct kick for Indian Hill.
Over the top of the defense, headed by number 1, defender Ryan Lathan. Brad Connor takes it away from the Madeira player and kicks it off the Madeira player out of bounds. Braves throw in just beyond midfield. Up to Scott Shepard. Dukes the Madeira defender, cross it to senior David Bruck. David Bruck with the shot, save. Knocked out of bounds by Madeira goalie Tim Namath.
Shot by David Bruck, saved by the Mustang goalkeeper.
So far this match has been very physical due to the number of free kicks allowed by both sides. Steve Hartz will take the corner kick on the far side for the Braves.
What?
Steve Hartz. Focus in on Steve Hartz.
That's the ball.
Steve Hartz to take the corner.
Steve Hartz on the far side taking the goal kick. With the high header. Just missed by the Braves, cleared by Madeira. Good save in by Paul Strike, keeps it in for the Braves. Although Madeira gets it back, stopped by Steve Hartz, who clears it back in the middle of Scott Shepard. Still here on the far sideline, throw in, the call is for the Braves.
Throw in, Braves.
Braves throw in will be taken by David Sims. David Sims coming with the flip throw again here.
Take the throw for the Braves.
David Sims just a regular throw in here for the Braves. Hits it back to the corner, cross. Kicked off the Madeira defender, another corner kick for the Braves. The Braves really starting to attack well here in the last 5 minutes,
This shot is blocked out.
showing being a little sluggish early in the match.
Brings up an Indian Hill.
An Indian Hill corner taken again by Steve Hartz.
Number 10, Tom Skank.
Tom Skank comes in for the Braves and goes to striker as he replaces senior David Bruck.
Steve Hartz takes
Steve Hartz with the corner, across, saved by goalie Tim Namath, cleared by the Madeira defender. Paul Strike with the kick and 43 above the crossbar.
Paul Strike shot is a bit high.
I think this could be a profession.
I want to do. Goal kick by goalie Tim Namath of the Madeira Mustangs. This is a half field. Head ball by Oliver Hall. In the crowd, David Sims knocks it down up to Zach Cooper. Zach Cooper along the side, tries to center it. The center was no good. Oliver Hall with the kick. Up to Brad Connor. Brad Connor with the head and called for a dangerous play. Another free kick for the Madeira Mustangs.
Against Indian Hill.
Good job, Kenton.
Hard as hell. Now the crowd starts to roll in. A little late here with 25 minutes left in the first half. Kick up to the right side of the Indian Hill weak side. Over to Matt Luther. Matt Luther bringing up the middle of the field, getting harassed. Up to David Sims. David Sims with the breakaway on the Madeira defender. David Sims, one-on-one. Over to Oliver Hall. Shot on goal. Save by a Madeira defender.
Paul shot kicked out.
Where?
He's here. The guy's here,
Mustang
Court.
throw in.
Yeah.
I'm
The Braves fight for the ball on the strong side, and another call on Brad Connor.
Holding call against Indian Hill.
Holding card on Brad Connor as the Madeira kicks the ball across midfield. Head ball by Madeira, stopped by Brad Connor. Brad Connor up to Scott Shepard. Scott Shepard over to Tommy Skank, who heads it back to Shepard. Shepard on the weak side, tries to cross the ball, and saved by goalie Tim Namath as David Sims is right there. Good attack there by the Braves.
Scott Shepard
As the Braves retreat. Madeira
Goalkeeper.
Tim Namath kicks it about midfield over to the head ball to Zach Cooper. Zach Cooper gives him a little kick to himself, kicks off the Madeira defender. Here on the strong side about midfield, there's a struggle for the ball. Over to Matt Luther. Matt Luther tries to kick it to Oliver Hall, but the ball gets headed. Zach Cooper with the head, and the fight here in the ball for the middle of the field. Kicked ahead by Madeira offensive player.
Mustang throw in.
Kicked out of bounds by Paul Strike. Madeira throw in for number 6, Jason Walsh. Throw in the ball in the middle of the field off the throw in. Madeira offensive player and Brad Connor kicks it out of the zone. Past midfield. Oliver Hall in the attack. Oliver Hall attacks the ball. And kicked out of bounds by Madeira defender. Ryan Lathan.
Indian Hill throw in.
Indian Hill has a throw in just on their side of
Zach Cooper takes the throw
midfield.
for the Braves.
Zach Cooper with a throw in for the Braves. Zach Cooper to Oliver Hall. Oliver Hall out of bounds. Madeira throw in.
Madeira throw in.
I don't see.
A struggle here at midfield
Give the ball, Oswald.
as a Madeira defender
By our bench, Allison.
Huh?
ready to throw it in.
Right in front of the bench.
Okay.
The referee calls timeout for substitution. Number 11, Brad Rank leaves from the Madeira Mustangs as number 23, Casey Wanberg comes in.
Madeira.
Push called on Matt Luther. Number 10, free kick, Brian Kara has a free kick for the Braves. Brian Kara with a free kick for the Mustangs as the Braves retreat for defense. Just inside midfield. Kicks it up ahead to the zone. Head ball by the Madeira player. Saved by goalkeeper Chris Dorman. His second save of the night.
I don't think that's considered a save, Steve.
Kicked him out midfield off David Sims for the Braves. Over to Oliver Hall. Oliver to David. David loses the ball to the Madeira player Matt Smost. The ball cleared down into the Braves area. Matt Ziegler with the ball. Over to Zach Cooper. Zach Cooper out to the middle of the field to Matt Luther. Matt Luther with the head ball to David Sims. Senior striker David Sims getting pushed but still keeps the ball. He kicks it up to midfield and it hits the referee. Senior Chris Dorman comes out for the save. He throws it in over to Steve Hartz. Steve Hartz kicks it up to midfield. Stopped by Madeira defender. Ryan Lathan kicks it across midfield. Zach Cooper and the Madeira player fight for the ball. And it's tripped. Out of bounds ball thrown in Indian Hill. Doyle Shea comes in for the Braves, Oliver Hall.
Doyle Shea into the game for Indian Hill.
Tom Skank with the head ball. Over to David Sims. David Sims with the head ball. Matt Luther with the breakaway gets the ball. Kicks up to Tommy Skank. Tommy Skank with the breakaway. He has one man to beat, the Madeira defender. Madeira defender kicks it out of town, out of bounds. Throw in, Tommy Skank for the Braves. Just inside the goalie box, the Braves have the throw in.
Takes the throw for Indian Hill.
Throw in, Tommy Skank to the middle of the field. The ball's loose in the middle, cleared by the Madeira defender, and it's cleared out of the zone. Kicked out of bounds by Madeira defender. Number 2, Aaron Tansey. Steve Hartz with the throw-in for the Braves. Into Matt Luther. Matt Luther has it taken from him, from the Madeira defender. He kicks it up to number 6 for Madeira, Jason Walsh. Cleared by Matt Ziegler. Brad Connor on the defense. Jason Walsh with the ball, kicking it to midfield. Saved by Paul Strike, kicked out of bounds. Nice play by the Braves.
Mustang throw in.
Where's my brother? Uh-oh.
Brad Connor on defense for the Braves. Kicks it out of bounds. Good defense by the Braves.
Doing a hell of a job.
Throw in by Madeira. Headed by Madeira player and Brad Connor fight for the ball. Kicked across the... And Zach Cooper clears it all the way across the goal. He kicks it up the field to the Madeira striker, who kicks it back into the zone. Brad Connor with the head ball. Over to Doyle Shea. Doyle Shea on the out of bounds line. It goes out of bounds. Madeira throw in. Number 12, Aaron Walkers. Head ball headed by Zach Cooper. David Sims kicks it ahead. Zach Cooper on the ball for the defense for the Braves. With the move, he slips, but it's out of bounds. Braves ball. Nice play by Zach Cooper there for the Braves. Zach Cooper throws it into goalie Chris Dorman. We've just gone past the halfway point here in the first half. As Chris Dorman heads it ahead to David Sims. All the way past midfield. The Braves here on offense now. And cleared by Madeira defender. Matt Ziegler rushes it to the sideline as it goes out of bounds. Indian Hill throw in on the far side. The throw will be taken by Steve Hartz.
Steve Hartz takes the throw in for the Braves.
Steve Hartz throws it in, past Scott Shepard. Matt Luther's there to battle for the ball. And Tommy Skank across midfield to David Sims. David Sims kicks it ahead in the Madeira zone. Saved by goalkeeper Tim Naiman of Madeira, who comes almost all the way out of the box. Here's the big punt here past midfield to Brad Connor. Matt Ziegler on the defense, clears it, kicks it out of bounds around midfield, throw in Madeira.
Mustang throw in.
Madeira brings in a couple subs. Matt Luther tries to clear it for the Braves. Zach Cooper stops that. Goes up, Doyle Shea fighting for the ball on the near side around midfield. He's on defense, along with Zach Cooper. Brad Connor here on the ball for the Braves. Throwing the ball in the middle of the field. Madeira kicks it back. Indian Hill defender David Sims stops the attempt. Scott Shepard on defense on the far side. And it's cleared by Steve Hartz, kicked out of bounds. Madeira throwing. Hey, Mr. Volcom, I'm pretty good to
Wait.
soccer.
Excuse me. What are you talking about?
Braves goal.
What the hell's Pan?
Yeah, what is pan?
That's Pan.
End of the game for Indian Hill, Jamie King
Did I
and
learn
Judd
that?
Oswald.
Goal kick by senior Chris Dorman.
You can't use this vocabulary on me.
Brad Connor and David Sims come out for the Braves. And for the Braves are Jamie King and Judd Oswald.
Holding call against Madeira.
Holding called against Madeira, free kick Braves.
Wait, take two.
Two, take two.
Take two. Anthony.
Paul Strike with the free kick for the Braves. Madeira offensive player on the attack. Saved by Paul Strike. Cleared back into the middle. Oh, just above the goal bar. Shot on goal for Madeira denied.
Brian Massman's shot is just high off the Indian Hill goal.
Goal kick by senior goalkeeper Chris Dorman.
Look what's coming in. Look what's coming in.
Yes.
Chris Dorman takes the goal kick for Indian Hill.
All the way to midfield. Scott Shepard with the head ball. Tommy Skank on the offensive. Up to Doyle Shea along the right side.
Braves throw in.
Braves throw in for Zach Cooper. Make that Tommy Skank.
Tom Skank to take the throw for Indian Hill.
Just missed. Shot on goals. Doyle Shea has it on the right side. Out to Tom Skank. He's trying to keep it in the zone for the Braves. Madeira on the attack here just past midfield. Cleared by Paul Strike. Judd Oswald on the breakaway for the Braves. Cross it across the middle of the Madeira defender. As Steve Hartz keeps it in the zone. Paul Strike. Saved by goalkeeper Tim Naiman.
Paul Strike's shot on and gathered in by the Madeira goalkeeper.
Touch me!
Steve Hartz kicks it across midfield for the Braves.
Bill! Bennett! Get my dad. My dad. Get my dad.
Kick through by Tommy Skank.
Wing back. They need out. They've been in there forever.
Goal kick by Madeira goalie Tim Naiman.
Skank. Shot is just high.
Goal kick. Stopped by Judd Oswald as the Braves attack again. Steve Hartz brings along the weak side for the Braves. Kicks it in the middle to Matt Luther. Matt Luther across the middle, saved by Madeira. Paul Strike keeps it in the zone. Down along the weak side, the Madeira defender kicks it near out of bounds and does kick it out of bounds.
Indian Hill throw in.
Anthony, get a picture of the shirtless guy.
Tom Skank on the throw in for the Braves.
Back in for the Braves, John Kim.
John Kim and Jason Harden in for the Braves to take away Zach Cooper and Steve Hartz.
Get the picture of the guys that
Tom
got those
Skank to take
shirts
the
on.
throw for Indian Hill.
Tom Skank with the throw in across for the Braves. To Bill Bennett. Across the front, saved by the Madeira defender. Kept in by Matt Luther. Matt Luther shot on goal, saved.
Matt Luther's shot is knocked down by the Madeira goalkeeper.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Guys will touch the ball line there today. Well, I was talking, and Mr. Russell was saying, he's like, you're talking a little too much for soccer, so I kind of cut it down a little bit.
Shot on goal by the Madeira player, saved. Goalkeeper Chris Dorman. He throws it in up the middle to Matt Luther. Another shot on goal for Chris Dorman. As he picks it up, the Braves clear out. And a big boot by the goalie kicks it past midfield. Head by number 12 Madeira, Aaron Walkers. But Matt Luther takes control and tries to clear it up for the Braves. Kicked along the strong sideline, out of bounds, Madeira throwing.
Yeah.
Oliver Hall back in for the Braves, taking the spot of Scott Shepard. Throw in for Paul Strike of the Braves. Up to John Kim. Madeira kicks it back in the zone. Saved by goalkeeper Chris Dorman. Chris kicks it up to midfield. Madeira player gets a hold of it. Back to midfield, Judd Oswald fights for the ball. Pushed ahead by Oliver Hall and Bill Bennett. The Madeira defense clears, but John Kim keeps it in. Out of bounds by John Kim. Madeira
What
throwing.
happened to you?
Indian Hill throw in.
What?
What happened to you? How'd you get so good?
I'm not.
He's giving you all the credit. He hasn't said a word about me.
Wait, I don't know where I am. I don't know where
He's right there by the
Second
ref.
Indian Madeira throw in.
Madeira throwing number 11, Brad Rank. Booted around by the Braves, kicked in the section. Judd Oswald goes after the ball for the Braves. The Madeira defender clears it out of the air, and Matt Smost goes out of bounds. Braves ball. Throw in Tom Skank. David Sims comes back in the ball game for the Braves and replaces Matt Luther.
David Sims back in the game for Indian Hill.
Tom Skank with a throw in for the Braves, just inside the Madeira defensive zone. Kicked across. Booted across the middle. No shot on goal, cleared by the Madeira defender. David Sims with the throw in for the Braves.
David Sims to take the throw in
I'm
for
not
Indian
focusing.
Hill.
I'm not focusing on anything.
David Sims comes for the Braves
I'm not even
with the flip throw.
for a while.
Over. Goalkeeper Tim Naiman just gets a hand on it. Kick by Oliver Hall. Oh, just a shot on goal, saved by the Madeira goalkeeper, cleared out to the side. Back up the Madeira sideline for the by Madeira. Defender Matt Ziegler kicks it out of bounds. Nice play by the Braves defense.
Mustang throw in.
Just inside 10 minutes left here in the first half.
Illegal throw.
Paul Strike clears it up to Oliver Hall for the Braves. Oliver Hall over to David Sims, cut off by the Madeira defender. Offsides called on Madeira.
Offside, Madeira.
It would be better if I was down with him and I could see what he's shooting on TV. You know, so I could see, 'cause I don't want
I
him
got
to shoot.
shot.
Hey, Mom.
Well, it's halftime.
I'll see if he wants it. He didn't want me down. Matt Ziegler with the free kick for the Braves.
I know. It's probably a manual white balance.
Bill Bennett, the Madeira defender, knock it off each other's head, and John Kim kicks it over to Oliver Hall. Oliver Hall and the Madeira defender fight for it. Over to Judd Oswald. Judd Oswald over to the Madeira player.
Oh.
Paul Strike kicks it back over. Off Tommy Skank's head, and Madeira clears it up to their offensive field. Jason Harden fights for the ball, along with Jamie King. Stopped by John Kim as the Braves come back here on offense. John Kim doesn't clear it for the Braves. Paul Strike kicks it off the Madeira. Paul Strike for the Braves throw-in. Brad Connor comes back in the game for the Braves, taking the place of Paul Strike. Throw in to senior Chris Dorman. Chris Dorman with the boot, and a big boot at that. Headed off Judd Oswald. David Sims on the attack. David Sims on the far side, brings it back. Over to Jason Harden. Clears it across the middle, over to Tommy Skank. John Kim retrieves the ball for the Braves. Back to Bill Bennett. Back to John. John's pushed from behind, and it's called corner kick for the Braves.
Corner kick for the Braves. John Kim takes the corner kick for Indian Hill.
John Kim gets the call for the Braves to kick it from the corner.
Let's get a score.
John Kim takes his time with under 7 minutes left in the half. Across the front, just over top of the Braves' heads. Across to Jason Hart on the other side. Back over to David Sims. David Sims tries to keep it in bounds, kicked out of bounds by the Madeira defender. Braves throw in David Sims.
I want to see the flip.
David Sims with the flip overhead. Off Tommy Skank's head. Bill Bennett, just wide right.
You gotta make that play.
That's one of those the Braves have to knock in the net, but it'll be a goal kick by goalkeeper Madeira, Tim Naaman.
Bill Bennett's shot is just wide of the goal.
Off John Kim. That's just getting batted around like it's a volleyball here in the middle of the field. Jamie King over to Jason Harden, cut off by the Madeira defender. Out of bounds, Braves throwing just at midfield. As the first down winds around here.
Indian Hill throw in.
On the cameras tonight for the Braves, we have Cor Kuzno and Allison Turtle Henley.
David Bruck back into the game for the Braves.
Dave Bruck back in the game for the Braves. Harden with the throw-in. David Sims with the head. Missed, but Judd Oswald picks it up. Madeira defender clears it. Throw-in Braves.
Braves throw in.
Thrown again by Jason Harden over to David Bruck. Cleared by the Madeira defender. Jamie King with the save for the Braves and push from behind, and a good call by the ref.
Pushing call against Madeira. Direct kick for Indian Hill.
Half this game's been free kicks for either side due to the number of penalties. But Brad Connor has the free kick for the Braves. Up ahead, out comes goalie Tim Naaman Madeira with the save. The Braves looking a little weak on that attack. The goalie's boot is just a half field. Mishead by Jason Harden, but Jamie King's there on the defense. Out of bounds, Madeira throw in, going the Braves' way.
Throw in.
Throw in by Madeira. Over the top of the Braves defense, down to the far corner. Kept in by Madeira. Brad Connor with the save and clears it. Nice play by Brad Connor. Connor's there with the head and he heads it out. Madeira looking at a shot on goal just over the goal net.
You blind, Anthony?
Goalkeeper Chris Dorman has the free kick here for the Braves.
Aaron shot as high as the goal.
Should be a face-off, huh, Anthony?
This ain't hockey.
Chris Dorman taking his time as we end under 4 minutes here in the first half for the Braves. Most of the Braves starting squad is in right now, except for Paul Strike and Scott Shepard. And Matt Luther along with that. A penalty called on Brad Connor for the Braves, about his 18th of the night. Free kick by Madeira. Madeira's number 10, Brian Cara, just beyond midfield. Brian Cara with the boot, up. Jason Harden with a good head for the Braves to keep it out. Judd Oswald heads it up to himself and clears it. No, knocked by the Madeira head, but Oliver Hall's there. Bill Bennett with the ball for the Braves, kicks it up to David Bruck. Cut off, but Bennett has the ball back again. Brad Connor cuts off the Madeira chance. Up to Oliver Hall. Oliver Hall back to Brad Connor, just misses and goes out of bounds.
More touch, Ollie.
Filling for the Brad Rank of Madeira High School. Knocked out of bounds. Throw in is called, Madeira ball.
Madeira throw in.
Thrown out of bounds. Heck of a play by the Madeira player. That's a nice move, throw it out of bounds. It really dukes the defense. Brad Connor with the Braves throw-in. The crowd's starting to pick up here for the Braves. Kicked out of bounds by Madeira defender number 12, Aaron Macris. John Kim on the throw-in for the Braves.
On the track, Kim!
John Kim takes the throw for Indian Hill.
John Kim with the throw-in for the Braves. Up to Judd Oswald. Cleared by the Madeira defender. Over to the far side to Jason Harden. He loses the head ball, but Madeira player kicks it out of bounds. Off Harden, Madeira throw-in just before half field. Not a whole lot of offense by Madeira in this first half. The Braves have had a couple chances, but only converted once. Brad Connor with a nice defensive play, and Jason Harden clears it up to David Sims. David Sims has about 1-on-3. As Madeira defender kicks the ball out of bounds, Indian Hill throw-in. What?
Hot strike back into the game for Indian Hill.
What?
Jamie King comes out for the Braves. Back in, Paul Strike. Head in by Madeira player, by another Madeira player, as Madeira tries to attack the zone. Ball cut off by David Bruck, nice play. Oliver Hall over to John Kim. Braves on the attack. Over to Judd Oswald. Kick to the far corner by the Madeira defender. It is corner kick. Just under a minute here to go for the Braves. John Kim taking the corner for the Braves as Madeira sets up. John Kim with the corner. Over. Saved by the goalie and off his hands. David Sims just wide.
It's a goal, it's a goal.
It's a goal. David Sims with the goal.
Get a picture on Mouse, it's a goal.
It looks like everybody there was a little confused about the call, including the Madeira defense. The Braves take a 2-0 lead with under 30 seconds here in the first half. Nice corner executed by the Braves offense. A lot of other players getting playing time tonight for the Braves. Bill Bennett and Steve Hart's getting a lot of time themselves. Nobody is still left off the Braves bench to not go in. Madeira goes for the kickoff, and the guy severely misses the ball. Here we go, headed ball by Madeira. Brad Connor just beyond midfield, over to John Kim, and John Kim with the clear. Gets pushed by number 6 of Madeira. That is Jason Walsh. But Brad Connor here with another free kick under 10 seconds. He kicks it up. Head ball. Bill Bennett. The free kick? No. Halftime, Braves. Braves 2, Madeira nothing. We'll be back for a second half action.
Braves' first goal came at 29:02 by Oliver Hall.
Come on, Allison.
Off a throw-in by David Sims. Braves' second goal came at 27:04, and bring all your friends and relatives.
Hey, ask Anthony if Kenton's live yet. Ask him if I'm live yet. Is Steve live? Am I live? Ask him real quick. I need to know, like, right now.
He's talking. He never stops. He never shuts up. Hey, is Steve live? Hello, tech members.
Am I live? Braves have the kickoff here in the second half with a 2-0 lead. I'll do it. Tom Skank with the kickoff for the Braves. And he boots up to the far side to David Bruck, headed by the Madeira defender. Oliver Hall has it, keeps it in bounds, up the sidelines, out of bounds. Brent, why don't you give us your thoughts about the first half? How do you think the Braves looked?
I think they looked awesome. But you know what? They need to kick some more booty!
Zach Cooper for the Braves kicks it back to defender Matt Ziegler. As it goes out of bounds, Madeira throw in Braves territory.
With their chest painted on the camera 3.
I told him that he got pissed off.
They're up in the audience.
No, throw in Braves. He throws it back to goalie Chris Dorman.
Back to goalkeeper Chris Norman.
Chris Dorman picks up the ball.
Steve, you're doing a really good job.
With a big boot past half field, Tom Skank and David Sims both miss the head, but a Madeira player comes up with it. 3 Braves counting around the ball. Kick to the middle, Matt Luther in the middle for the Braves on offense. Push by Madeira's number 21, Jeff Klassmeyer. That looked a little worse than it actually was, but Matt Luther looks like he's a little shaken up.
Good at it, man. Like natural at it.
I like it.
Kicks to be taken for Indian Hill by number 6, Brad Connor.
Check 2, Anthony!
Brad Connor with the free kick for the Braves.
You know all the players?
There's Madeira, I know all ours. Brad Connor with the lift overhead, headed by the Madeira defenseman. Another head by the Madeira defenseman. And a third by the Madeira defenseman. Zach Cooper tries to keep it in the offensive zone for the Braves and clears it to the middle. Tom Skank for the Braves. Kicked out of bounds, throw in Braves.
I'll be up there tomorrow night.
So am I gotta do this.
Throw is taken by number 10, Tom Skank for the Braves.
Tom Skank throws it in for the Braves. All the way to the middle of the field. Headed by Zach Cooper.
Thank you.
And goes out of bounds, and the call is goal cook.
What did he say?
Goal kick by Tim Naaman, Madeira goalkeeper.
Why don't you come to me, Anthony?
Here's the boot to midfield, headed by David Sims. Tom Skank's on the attack for the Braves. Kicked out of bounds by Madeira defenseman number 1, Ryan Lathan.
Doesn't Anthony crack you up?
Throw in by, no, David Sims will go here with the flip though.
Be taken by David.
This time on the strong side.
Voice is getting
See
hoarse.
the man.
Kenton, he wants to hear you talking. Go. Kenton, he wants to hear you talking.
Headed by Tom Skank across the middle of the goal front. Knocked out by Madeira defender. The call. Dangerous play called on the Braves.
How's that, Anthony?
Free kick Madeira.
How do you know
Tommy
it?
Skank was batted
Dangerous
out.
play, pushing.
Pushing called against the
I'm looking in the sky, Anthony.
against the Braves.
It's the stars, man.
What did he say?
Anthony, you need to be nice.
Kick taken by Tom Niemert.
Headed at midfield by David Sims, back by Oliver Hall. David Bruck has control up to the weak side for Zach Cooper. Zach Cooper tries to keep it in for the Braves down in the inside the Madeira goal box. Zach Cooper kicks it across the front, but no, it goes wide. Goal kick, Tim Naaman of Madeira.
Cooper's kick was blocked out of bounds.
I feel like the pork up here.
This really sucks.
Goal kick by the Madeira goalkeeper. Headed by Brad Connor up to Tom Skank. Madeira defender Ryan Lathan clears it out. Steve Hart keeps it in. Up into the Madeira goal box. Off Tommy Skank's chest, out of bounds. Throw in Madeira, just inside their goal area.
Throw in Madeira.
What the
The kid throws it into himself, and it looks really weak. Tom Skank kicks it out of bounds. I think the Madeira defenseman had a little case of Jerry's kid on that one.
Goal kick. Madeira.
Goal kick Madeira by goalie Tim Naaman.
Madeira goalkeeper.
Tim Naaman with the big boot. Zach Cooper with the head ball keeps it in for the Braves. The Madeira offensive player tries to kick it forward, but Tom Skank and Brad Connor keep it in for the Braves. Knocked out of bounds by the Madeira defender. Braves throw in, Tom Skank. Up to David Sims, head ball. Stolen by Madeira defender. Just past half field, Braves defenseman Matt Ziegler heads it out of bounds. Nice play by the Braves D. Throw in number 2 for Madeira, Aaron Tansey.
Madeira throw in, taken by number 2, Aaron Tansey.
Oh, he was yelling at our asses today. I was just like, oh.
Throw in. Off Paul Strike's chest. Throw in from Madeira about 20 more yards up the field.
Allison.
Okay, babe, we'll switch.
Paul Strike with the throw in.
Paul Strike.
Up to David Sims. David Sims on the attack. Up to Steve Hartz. Steve Hartz is called for offsides. Controversial call there by the weak side ref on Steve Hartz.
He's a whip.
Free kick by Madeira. Number 1, Ryan Lathan.
Get that for free.
McCall, we're up here for tech crew.
What?
Headed by Brad Connor. Keep it out of the zone. David Sims with the jukes on the Madeira defenders. Stolen by the Braves. David Sims by Aaron Tansey.
Lord.
How are we supposed to switch?
Holding, Indian Hill.
Holding called on David Sims. Aaron Tansey has a free kick for Madeira just outside the goal box.
Damn!
Holding by Indian Hill.
Busted by the boss.
That kick's gonna be taken
Chris
by-
Dorman. Save, Braves. Hell of a save.
Nice save, Chris Dorman for the Braves.
That was a high one, and Chris got knocked by a guy's legs, taken out underneath him, but still made the save. Chris Dorman with the free kick. As the Braves go on offense here, Tom Skank goes ahead. Madeira goalkeeper Tim Namath comes out and makes the easy save. David Bruck on the attack.
Doing a good job, boys. And lady.
Thank you.
Better, Brett.
Massey? Yeah, all the football players are here. I think there's going to be a brawl after the game.
Oliver Hall takes the kick. He kicks it forward even though he's knocked. Nice call by the referee as Oliver Hall gets pushed. Braves got a free kick halfway between the goal box and midfield. It'll be taken by Brad Connor.
Holding call on Madeira.
Just under 7 minutes gone here in the first half.
We switched, Anthony.
Result in a kick.
Come and get me,
Kick
babe.
taken by
Brad Connor kicks it up over the Madeira defense. Called offsides.
offsides, Indian Hill.
Free kick. Goalkeeper Tim Namath, Madeira, but no, it's actually taken by defenseman Ryan Lathan.
It's taken by the goalie.
Kick's going to be taken by goalkeeper Tim Niemert for Madeira.
Headed by Paul Strike to keep it out of the Brave zone. Zach Cooper along the far sideline, kicks it up and out of the Braves defensive territory. Throw in Madeira. It looks like a good crowd's come here for the Braves as the student section's just about filled.
Switch that. We got to switch.
Zach Cooper with the head ball. David Sims with the head ball. And another head ball Madeira player. Another head ball by Madeira player. David Sims jukes out the Madeira defender. Gets knocked down and a nice call by the referee.
Tripping called against Madeira. Brad Connor's going to take the kick.
Brad Connor free kick for the Braves just beyond their side of the midfield. Kicked up to the Madeira defenseman, booted high in the air. As Madeira tries to enter an Indian Hill zone, it's taken by Brad Connor. Brad Connor with the juke up to Steve Hartz. Over to Sims, off Skank. David Sims with a little too much power on that one. Out of bounds just behind midfield for Madeira throwing.
Number 13, Chris Goldschmidt.
Brad Connor juke, Paul Strikes there. Crossed all the way across to Matt Ziegler. And a little collision there by Matt Ziegler and the Madeira offensive player. Cleared across the middle, but the referee's calling the ball out of bounds. Throw in Madeira.
Madeira throw in, be taken by number 6, Jason Walsh.
Thrown from Madeira. Headed by defender Matt Ziegler and up by David Bruck. David Sims and Indian Hill come in the offensive attack. Kicked all the way up. Out comes goalkeeper Tim Namath for the save. He gets the boot to midfield, headed by David Sims for the Braves.
This is massive.
Push call on the Madeira offensive player. David Sims will get a free kick just beyond midfield. It will be taken by Brad Connor.
2. Take two.
30 minutes left here in the second half. The Braves have a 2-0 lead.
Madeira.
Take two.
Not many shots tonight on senior goalkeeper for the Braves, Chris Dorman. Headed by David Bruck, just inside the Madeira goalkeeper zone. Push called on Oliver Hall for the Braves.
Timeout. Official timeout.
Zoom in on the hurt.
Mirror defender number 1, Ryan Lathan, is hurt. Looks like he may have taken a knee in the abdomen.
Terry Conti's coming on.
Number 1, Ryan Lathan seems to be in.
Trainer Terry Conti sprints out onto the field to see what's wrong with the injured Mustang. Right now, the Braves get a breather. Looking at the upcoming action this Saturday at 1 o'clock, the Braves take on arch rival Seven Hills.
Hey, Bethel!
Again, the Madeira defender hurts, number 1, Ryan Lathan.
Bethel!
Yeah, Dorman! Yeah, Dorman! As the Braves meet over here on the sideline, just before the out-of-bounds line, they converse with themselves.
Hey, Jaeger! Come up to the tech crew! Come up here!
Looks like there may be a little scuffle between the Braves and the Mustang football players here who have a big matchup tomorrow night at 7:30 at Tomahawk Stadium. As the Braves' parents' attendance tonight looks a little poor, but the students have packed in well.
This could be serious.
Looks like there is a serious injury as the Ryan Lathan is still down on the field for the Mustangs.
You don't have to tell us this, Anthony. The cameras are in the same position. You don't have to tell us this stuff. There's no action going on.
I'm hard. Ryan Lathan for the Mustangs is taken off the field by a teammate and trainer Terry Conti as he gets an ovation from the crowd.
Ryan Lathan.
Just under 30 minutes here left in the second half of this game. The Braves still lead 2-0. On a head baller in the first half by Oliver Hall and a short little boot in by striker David Sims. Goalkeeper Tim Namath takes the free kick for the Mustangs. Kick down the far sideline, it goes out of bounds, throw-in Braves. John Kim will take the throw-in for the Braves. Right now we have video tech man Mike Yeager here for the color. Mike, what did you think about, what have you thought about so far about the second half of this matchup?
Very exciting. Looking for Sims to come through big.
Exactly. A lot of Braves fans are hoping senior captain David Sims will lead them to the promised land this year. David Sims has a breakaway on the strong side. He kicks it up, no, with the juke. He's got 2 Madeira defenders on him. Back to Jason Harden. Jason Harden clears it across the front. Knocked by Oliver Hall of the Braves. Calls in front. David Bruck with the shot, no. Goal! John Kim, Braves, goal, 3-0. Gola! 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 That's the third Brave with the goal tonight. As Madeira, thinking they can come in here and take down top CHL powerhouse Indian Hill, is getting denied.
Was this a roster?
Yeah, Madeira.
Where'd you get this from?
Mr. Dubs. No word yet on the injured Madeira defenseman Ryan Lathan, who was playing a heck of a game up to this point.
A loser.
Here's like, I'm like, Brent coming in, I'm like, here's fellow Brent Garrett, let's see what he has to say about the match. He's like, the Braves are fucking bad. Kick across midfield, Madeira tries to kick a pass across midfield. David Bruck comes up on the attack for the Braves and getting pushed by the Madeira defense. Looks like it's a little 1-on-3 here. Oliver Hall keeps it in the zone. Saved by goalie Tim Namath of Madeira.
taken by
Tim Name up to John Kim for the Braves. John Kim gets pushed from behind. It looks like the game's getting a little physical here. Hey, Yeager. You ought to be doing that. I had to do the whole JV game up close. It's so hard. And Anthony's like, God damn it, get the fuck. What? Free kick for Brad Connor of the Braves.
Anthony, stop calling
Brad Connor taking the kick for the Braves.
Dave Bruck with the head up to Tom Skank. Tim Name the Madeira goalkeeper, comes out and makes a sliding save. Shot on goal by David Bruck and the Indian Hill Braves.
He's like, dumbass.
You gotta hear him.
Madeira's goalkeeper.
I'm like, hey, Anthony, so like this.
Take it more serious.
Oh, he's
Why is he having an ulcer over this?
John Kim with the throw in for the Braves. Tom Skank up the weak side for the Braves. Kicks it across the middle, left-footed across the front, headed by the Madeira defender. Headed by another Madeira defender and cleared out of the zone. Brad Connor keeps it in for the Braves. Left foot, and it does not look good. Out of bounds. Goal kick, Madeira goalie Tim Name.
Connor's kick goes
Guess
into the
what?
end zone. Results in a goal kick for Madeira. Jim Nemark again taking the kick for Madeira.
Walk in here. Football guys. Walk in. Wouldn't let him go
Offside
there.
for the Braves.
Free kick from Madeira defender. As another penalty called on the Braves. Head ball by Paul Strike. Clear out of the zone down Madeira. Looks like Madeira has one of the few offensive chances for the night. Clear up to the Madeira defender. He has a shot on goal. Kicked wide left. Goal kick, Chris Dorman. That's one of the few offensive chances the Mustangs have had tonight, as they're getting shut out 3-0 by the Braves.
That kick was taken by number 18, Brian Mansman.
They call it a corner kick on the Braves.
To the left of the goal.
with the boot.
To result in a corner kick.
Like I said before, one of the few offensive chances for the Mustangs as they line up, needing a goal here with 26 minutes left. The head ball by Madeira, player too high. Chris Dorman with the heck of a save off another return head ball. Chris Dorman kicks it up to Tom Skank. Tom Skank up to Ollie Hall. Ollie Hall kicks it. Up to weak side, David Bruck. They call offsides.
That's absurd.
As a student section here at IH does not like that call.
Number 18, Brian Mansman took that head ball that was stopped by our goalkeeper.
I know him. Hey, I know that guy.
Head ball missed by Brad Connor, the Madeira defender. John Kim kicks it up the sideline to Brad Connor. Brad Connor centers it to Ollie Hall. Ollie Hall kicks up to Tom Skank, and another offsides call. As the referee here looks like he may be too lazy to run rather than not call it. Coach Bill Meese gets harassed by the strong side ref here as he argues the call. Braves fans are not happy about this officiating this evening. Free kick taken by the Madeira defenseman. Looks more like a field goal as the Braves fight for it. A head ball by Matt Luther, knocked down by the body of David Sims as he juggles it up the sideline to Tom Skank. Over to David Bruck in the middle, off the Madeira defender. Kicked back into Indian Hills territory by the Madeira defender, but cleared by Paul Strike. John Kim on the weak side. Watch it goes out of bounds, Madeira throw-in.
Madeira throw-in.
Oliver Hall steals it from the Madeira defender and centers it to Dave Bruck. Dave Bruck for the Braves pulls it out and away, brings it over. It gets it stolen from him. Braves. Matt Luther fights for the ball and kicks it over to Jason Harden, the Braves' left wing. Madeira defender kicks it up the strong sideline and goes out of bounds. Throw in, Braves.
Throw-in is going to be taken by number 6, Brad Connor for the Braves.
The refereeing by the official This is questioned again by Bill Meese as he tries to make a substitution. Matt Ziegler with the knockdown and clears the ball. Matt Ziegler has been playing well lately for the Braves, having a few good games here against Summit and Madeira in this past week. The Braves play kickball around the middle of the field with the Mustangs. They get cleared to the Braves territory. As subs called by Indian Hill coach Bill Meese. David Bruck and David Sims come off the field for the Braves. Doyle Shea, senior, and freshman Judd Oswald come on the field for the Braves. Just like the first half, the Braves getting everybody involved. Doyle Shea goes up the strong sideline, knocked by Judd Oswald. The Braves playing footsie with it. And the referee notions blue ball.
Throw is going to be taken by number 19, Eric Myers.
Myers with the weak throw in for Madeira. As Madeira has one of his, again, few offensive chances. Matt Ziegler going up the strong side for the Braves. Tries to cross it and saves it in bounds. A questionable call called by the official who was many yards up the field and calls it a corner kick. Many of the fans disagree.
We've got a corner kick for Madeira. Be taken by number 2.
Ryan Latham and the Mustangs seem to be okay. Yo, he's not entered the game again. Trainer of the Braves, Terry Conti, has given me the thumbs up. Corner kick by Madeira. No, Tom Skank comes up for the Braves, knocks it up. Matt Luther for the Braves comes up. He's got a breakaway along the weak side. As you hear the crowd here at Tomahawk go crazy, but he kicks it back out to Tom Skank. Tom Skank kicks it up the weak sideline as Judd Oswald chases, but cleared by the Madeira defender. Kept in by Brad Connor and Oliver Hall. Matt Luther plays footsie with it and gets it stolen by the Madeira defender. As Madeira comes on the attack here, as the Brave defense retreats. Goal, Madeira. By number 13, Chris Goldschmidt. No goal. No goal. Offsides called. No goal. No goal. A late call there by the ref. As the Madeira fans complain, all 8 of them.
Anthony?
Nobody's agreeing with this officiating tonight, but that's how it goes.
I can't understand a word you're saying when you do that.
As the Mustangs bring it back up on offense. Matt Ziegler and Brad Connor attack and knock it out of bounds.
Matt Ziegler again. Madeira throw in.
A Madeira player gets warned for pushing. And the Braves wanted a card, but the referee disagrees. Matt Luther, the Braves, gets a yellow card. A horrible call by the referee. Let's see what cameraman Court Kuzner has to say about that.
I said it sucks!
The court obviously doesn't agree with the call. Matt Luther gets cheered by the Indian Hill fans. Just about 20 minutes left here in this contest as Bill Bennett replaces Matt Luther.
Going in for the Braves, Bill Bennett.
On the what?
He wants to see the yellow card.
Oh, I thought he said left.
Direct kick will be taken by number.
Direct kick.
I'm sorry, by number 2, Aaron Ramsey.
Stopped by the Braves. Brad Connor, the Braves, clears it out to Judd Oswald. Judd Oswald over to Connor. Nice save by Brad Connor up Tom Skank, out by the Madeira defender. Brad Connor playing a hell of a game tonight for the Braves.
Indian Hill throw in. A beautiful kick by Brad Connor. Throw to be taken by Brad Connor.
Oh, horrible call by the referee pushing on Tom Skank. He gets leveled to the ground. Disagreement in the Braves student section again. Free kick by Madeira, kicks it in the Madeira into the Indian Hill goal box. Kicked out, goal kick.
Shot was taken by number 2, Aaron Tansey.
Steve, I don't know, but I say these refs are from Madeira.
Of course, there's not a lot of disagreement for me. It looks like there's about a lazy crew out here who's moved about a total of 10 feet this whole game. We're on a 120-yard field, and I think the refs moved about 15 feet the whole time. I don't think I see many Indian Hill fans disagreeing with me, as the head ball's missed by Tom Skank. Knocked out of bounds, the referee from a mile away calls throw-in Braves.
Indian Hill throw-in will be taken by
As the Brave student section gets stand up by head cheerleader Ian Massey.
The throw-in will be taken by number 19.
As Massey gets the students into the game. Zach Cooper with the throw-in for the Braves. Buddha back out by the Madeira defender. Save, Coach Chris Vogel. Zach Cooper again with the throw. Up to Bill Bennett on the strong side. The Madeira defender has the ball, but stolen by Oliver Hall. Shot on goal, wide right. Goal kick Madeira, goalie Tim Namath.
Booming shot taken by Oliver Hall, just wide to the right.
Who is that?
Who?
The goalie.
Tim Namath. As the students at IH here getting into the contest, beating arch rival Madeira, Zach Cooper has the head ball up to Tom Skank. Kicked up, and goalie Tim Namath with the save. Oh, a controversial push call by the referee. Free kick Madeira just at midfield.
An elbow call against the Braves.
Paul Strike tries to clear it, along with Zach Cooper. Bat around with heads around just outside the goal box. And shot on goal, saved by Chris Dorman. Chris with the boot, up to midfield.
Was taken by
As weighted by Bill Bennett and Judd Oswald. Oswald with the head back in the Madeira area. Doyle Shea on the attack, along with Bill Bennett.
Indian Hill throw in.
Indian Hill throw in, taken by Doyle Shea.
Indian Hill.
Steve Hart.
Hart's taking a throw in for the Braves.
Steve Hart's. Brad Connor played a hell of a game tonight and comes out for the Braves.
Madeira throw in.
Braves showing some school spirit, getting ready for tomorrow night's matchup against the Mustangs in football. As Zach Cooper heads it, along with Oliver Hall to keep it in the section. Over the strong side to Tom Skank. Tom Skank with the bicycle kick. Missed head, Judd Oswald and Oliver Hall go for it. Cleared by the Madeira defender, and the call is push on the Madeira player.
He hasn't said a word in about 5 minutes.
Hill.
Anthony?
It's like jumping
Just
in
making sure.
against Madeira. That call was changed to tripping.
Tripping called on the Mustangs. Oliver Hall has a kick just outside the goal box.
Taken by
Run, Forrest,
number
run!
7, Oliver Hall.
Off the goal bar. Oliver Hall, just high.
Off the top of the bar.
What's wrong, Anthony?
Joe's camera's messed up.
Am I not doing a good job?
Goal kick by goalie Tim Namath. Up just before midfield is Madeira. Midfielder kicks it up into the Braves defensive area. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Throw in for the Braves, Steve Hart.
The Braves bring it up the field. Judd Oswald to Tom Skank. Tom Skank shot on goal. Across, just across the face of the goal.
Nobody there on the weak side for the Braves to knock it in.
Just went slightly right of the goal.
Dave Sims back in the game for the Braves.
What?
The Madeira comes on offense. Matt Ziegler down trying to get the stop on the Madeira offenseman. Saved by goalie Chris Dorman on a weak shot. Chris hasn't had many hard saves tonight. As the students start chanting Dorman for the all-city goalie. Doyle Shea gets pushed. And it's about time the ref makes a call.
Pushing Madeira.
The ref does not card him.
He's going to be taken by number 14.
Paul Strike with the free kick. Kicks into Madeira's section. Oh, just crossed the face of the goal.
Kick was just left of the goal.
Scott Shepard and Matt Luther come in for the Braves, replacing Oliver Hall
Entering for Indian Hill, number 12, Scott
and
Shepard.
Bill Bennett.
Number 9, Matt Luther. Come out, Ollie Hall and Bill Bennett.
Ollie Hall and Bill Bennett both with good performance tonight and both getting a lot of minutes. Scott Shepard on the attack, the fresh new Brave. Ian Massey getting the students going with pointless chance as David Sims with another flip throw. Darn, aren't those things neat? Matt Ziegler on the strong side here with the stop for the Braves. Over to Paul Strike. The kick up, stolen by a Madeira offensive player. And he kicks it out of bounds like a breather.
Throw in, Indian Hill, taken by
Paul Strike with the throw in.
Paul Strike for Indian Hill.
And to Zach Cooper. Zach Cooper clears it across to the front, over to Matt Luther and Scott Shepard. Matt Ziegler with a stop for the Braves in the defensive area over to Steve Hartz as they tried to clear the ball out of the Braves defensive zone. Up to midfield, but pushed back in by the Madeira defender.
Throw-in's going to be taken by number 11 for Indian Hill, Jamie King. Jamie King.
Headed by Scott Shepard and Judd Oswald as they attack the ball. Just at midfield, Scott Shepard for the Braves, fighting with the Madeira defender. Cleared across the other side by the Madeira defender, but Zach Cooper's there in midfield to stop down the Madeira attack. Over to Paul Strike. Paul Strike pushes it up. The Braves have the free ball up there and it's kicked up. Judd Oswald goes after it for the Braves along with the Madeira defender as he kicks it, keeps control and puts it back into the Braves territory, stopped by Judd Oswald. But all the way back to goalkeeper Chris Dorman, kicked by Madeira defender, easy save for himself. Chris Dorman booched the ball all the way into the Madeira zone.
Kick by Chris Dorman.
Dave Sims with the free kick. No, he kicks it, shot on goal, save. Good shot by David Sims, set up by a good boot by goalie Chris Dorman.
David Sims shot on goal, stopped by goalkeeper Tim Niemert.
Tim Niemert with another weak save for the Mustangs. They're playing head ball here just beyond midfield as James King goes after the ball with the Madeira defender. Matt Ziegler make that. Hits it ahead to Doyle Shea and David Sims. The ball at midfield here is being fought for, won by Madeira, up to the Madeira offensive player, who has done nothing tonight for the Mustangs. Kicked across, right across the middle of the field. Steve Hartz get pushed around by the Madeira offensive player.
There's nothing wrong with mine, Anthony.
Steve Hartz is getting a card.
Go home!
Steve Hartz gets a card, not yet shown. Yellow card given to Steve Hartz. Bill Bennett will replace him. Just under 10 minutes left here in the ball game. Madeira is yet to score. The Braves have a commanding 3-0 lead. Free kick taken about 15 yards outside the goal box. Up, way over, field goal, but that won't count for the Mustangs tonight.
Shot was taken by
Goal kick for goalie Chris Dorman.
from Madeira, slightly over the goal.
This will be Chris Dorman's third shutout of the year. If he keeps it going,
Chris Dorman
third shutout in 3 games.
for Union Hill Braves.
Chris Dorman captain this basically senior-oriented team with 5 seniors. Well, actually, it's not really a senior team, only 3 that start, but the Braves ought to have a good nucleus for years to come. Not yet. And it's kicked off. We're going corner kick here off the Madeira defender. Braves, no, they're changing the call. They're going to go goal kick for goalie Tim Niemert of the Madeira Mustangs. Not much fan support tonight here at Tomahawk Stadium, but the students have come through well for the Braves. Scott Shepard fights the ball with the Madeira defender as he kicks out of bounds, but Bill Bennett saves it. Throwing Indian Hill, Bill Bennett. Paul Strike kicks into the goal area. Great save by goalie Tim Niemert. Off a deflection.
Kick on goal by Paul Strike. Stopped by Tim Niemert. That was Paul Strike shot on goal.
You asked me, the goalkeeper got lucky. Paul Strike knocks the ball down. He and Matt Luther fight with the Madeira players for the ball just behind midfield. Judd Oswald gets involved. Tripping called on Indian Hill.
Tripping call.
There's been no agreement with the officials tonight from either side. As all Madeira 10 fans get into it. The Indian Hill parents starting to go crazy as an Indian Hill player is getting taken out by Madeira one, as this is getting a little violent here. Paul Strike has a knee injury.
That's Louis Strike. Oh my.
They're not showing what card yet is given, and it will be yellow. Matt Ziegler takes a free kick for the Braves as people are starting to get injured here. It's always this way when Madeira and Indian Hill meet in any sport.
Matt Ziegler for Indian Hill Braves.
Brad Connor comes in for the injured Paul Strike, who gets hit in the knee as he boots it all the way up into the Madeira zone. Matt Luther on the attack for the Braves. Shot on goal. Save the goalie Tim Niemert. Madeira fans clap as their goalie makes a decent save tonight. Headed by Brad Connor of the Braves, and it headed back. Zach Cooper kicks it back up into the Mustang section. David Sims getting pushed. Zach Cooper with the throw-in for the Braves.
Braves throw-in be taken by Zach Cooper.
The official looks utterly confused here as the players question his call. Throw-in for the Braves. Up to Judd Oswald, kicked off the Madeira's foot. Throw-in Braves again.
Easy.
What's up, baby?
Zach Cooper again on the throw-in.
Throw-in for the Braves.
Focus on.
Corner kick for Judd Oswald for the Braves. The Braves try to get another one here.
Corner kick, Indian Hill.
Judd Oswald here. Kicks it across the goalie mouth. Just missed by Zach Cooper for the head. Bill Bennett kicks it again across the goalie mouth, but it's just beyond the net.
Corner kick was taken by number 18, Judd Oswald for Indian Hill.
Madeira holds off the Braves again on that a corner kick by freshman Judd Oswald. Then cross again by Bill Bennett. Tim Niemert with the goal kick here for the Mustangs. Zach Cooper keeps it back in the zone. It's Judd Oswald. Jukes the Madeira defender. Matt Luther keeps control of the ball for the Braves. Up to Zach Cooper. Zach Cooper on the weak side for the Braves. Back out to Doyle Shea as it gets by him. Madeira fiddles with the ball. Zach Cooper back for the Braves. Kicked across to the front. Saved by Matt Ziegler. Nice defensive play by Ziggy. All the way across to Bill Bennett on the weak side. Bennett attacks. Kicks it up the sideline. In the middle. Out of bounds called by the ref.
Hey, Dever! What do you want? What? Yeah!
Throw in.
What, they're fighting?
Yeah.
In the post game, there will be dessert served at the Strikes House along with the brawl between the Indian Hill Madeira football team.
Bill Bennett on the throw-in.
Another throw-in for the Braves as Bill Bennett has it kicked out by the Madeira defenseman.
Again, Indian Hill throw-in. Bill
Chris
Bennett.
Dorman hasn't seen much. And across the mouth. Doyle Shea, kick in front, save by goalie Tim Niemert as Doyle and Shea and Brad Connor are involved.
Nice shot, Tim. Nice shot. Can't take a kick all year.
There was a shot in there by Doyle Shea.
I never did.
That's funny.
Oh my God, I did.
Who, me? Madeira on the offense as they kick it out of bounds. Not even near goalie Chris Dorman. You know I didn't mean nothing by it.
Don't say stuff like that.
Oh, you know I'm just kidding. Jesus. Like, I know what you a little bit. I don't think I want to. Who want down?
Goalie Chris Dorman with the free kick here for the Braves as we're rounding 3 minutes here left in the game.
For the Braves.
Goalie Chris Dorman here with the big boot just past half field. Headed by Brad Connor. Scott Shepard up to Matt Luther. Madeira defenseman clears it out of bounds, but saved by Bill Bennett. Again to Matt Luther in the middle, and Doyle Shea with the head. Doyle Shea with another head ball. The Madeira guy hits it with his head, and this is just a head ball fest as Zach Cooper gets in on the game. Matt Luther up the weak, strong side. David Sims in the corner. Kicked out of bounds by the Madeira defender. Throw in Braves.
Throw in Indian Hill. Taken by David Sims.
Just under 3 minutes to go here is Terry Connie taking victory laps around the track with her cart. It's David Sims with the head though, knocked in. Goal! Judd Oswald, Braves! Goal! Ah! Goal! Ah! As the Brave students chant scoreboard to the Madeira students at a 4-0 score.
Judd Oswald on that score for the Braves. On the throw in by David Sims.
As Madeira kicks off again, coming into this game, they thought they had a chance here at the Braves, but they got harshly denied. Beyond Madeira, the only other contest the Braves should have is between the Finneytown Wildcats, and they will play sometime soon for the league title. Out of bounds, Braves, Madeira throw.
Hey, Ian, you hard?
The Braves come up the field. Pushing called on Brad Connor for the 18th time tonight. As Madeira has a free kick.
2 minutes left in the game. We have 2 minutes left in the game.
Shot on goal by Madeira Mustangs. Save by goalie Chris Dorman. Nice save.
It's taken by number 18, Brian Bassman for Madeira.
The Indian Hill students chants Dorman.
Chris Dorman on the stop.
Kicked up the head to Matt Luther. Matt Luther comes up. Shot on goal. Goal, Matt Luther! Goal! 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 Madeira gets shut out of here 5-0 with the minute 20 left in the game. To recap the goals, we got goal sniper from Oliver Hall, David Sims, John Kim, Judd Oswald, and Matt Luther for the Braves. All right, students really getting into it now as Madeira's just getting shut down here tonight. Brad Connor kicks it in the Madeira defensive zone, headed by Judd Oswald.
We have
Backheaded by Madeira.
left in the game. That's 1 minute in the game.
Jamie King for the Braves. Just kicks it side. Madeira defender stops as Jamie King gets on his horse. Saved by Matt Ziegler. Nice play. The Madeira defender, offensive player, calls for the ball for the throw-in.
Throw-in's going to be taken by Aaron Tansey for Madeira. That's Aaron Tansey.
The Brave students getting pumped up for this one as tomorrow's a big day, their first home game.
Eric Carlin for Madeira will take the throw-in. Number 6, Aaron Carlin.
We're at 30 seconds here at the Braves as they've taken a
30 seconds.
5-0 lead and looks like they're going to put Madeira away this year. Scott Shepard clears the zone for the Braves as it goes out. Judd Oswald tries to kick it ahead for the Braves up to David Sims. Cleared across by Madeira defender. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Braves beat up Madeira Mustangs here with the score 5-0. A recap, an early goal with 10 minutes in the first half gone. Oliver Hall, then a few minutes later with David Sims adding one and John Kim. Second half goals were provided by freshman Judd Oswald and junior Matt Luther.
For the videotapes, there was, let's see, the Bill Meese's Indian Hill Braves ended up.
Reminder to all Brave soccer fans, Saturday at 1 o'clock against
5-0.
Seven Hills, big game here. The Braves go to 3-0 and Chris Dorman has his third shutout of the year.
29:02 in the first half.
See everybody tomorrow night, 7:30 at home
In the second half,
versus Madeira in football. Go Braves.
unassisted, 29:02 in the second half. Judd Oswald at 2 minutes and 25 seconds in the second half. And Matt